Alright, what's going on? What's going on here? Whew. Been so long since I played this game. How we looking? Looks okay. Woo! It's a new day, a new setup. Alright, let's make the best of it. So we're just gonna crack into the routine here. It's been a while since we played this game, but hopefully not too much has changed. Oh, looks like they filled. They filled quick. I think we just post. I like posting like this because it just gives people flexibility, especially if they're ascending in fractals, but they don't really have a lot of experience in T4s. It just kind of opens it up so that people can just come in and chill and, you know, hang out. Got a new setup over here, which is kind of cool. Change is good. It's nice to have a routine, you know. Routine gets a lot of things accomplished, especially large goals. Right now I kind of lost track of the goals I have in the game. Just got a lot going on IRL, but Fractals are really good gold. And yeah, it's nice to get back into the swing of things. I did not know that CM fractals were such a good way to get stabilized matrices? What are they called? It's like the evolved stabilizing matrix. Let's see, it's called matrices? These things. So integrated fractal matrices are required for being able to upgrade the +5 AR. It's really, really good to eventually have those decked out on all the characters. I hope one day they introduce like a legendary variant. That'd be sick. Yeah. I'm very insistent upon letting everybody know my role when they join, just so that they can work around it if they want to. So I think we're just gonna like coast through our routine here and call it. Just been very busy, and so we'll continue at this pace whenever we get a chance to just log into Guild Wars and Warframe and do the routine, and then just be a little bit more quick with our time. Auto-targeting. Auto-targeting, auto-targeting. Volcanic, snowblind. Not really too much use of Executioner's Axe. Alright. So we'll drop some food. I just feel like using real food today. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Yay, Fractals! It's been so long. It's been such a long time since I played this game. So long indeed that I lost my green screen. Oh, sorry. Force a habit. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. We're small, which means that these instabilities are affecting our size. I'm tired of this. I've had enough. I've had enough. I must GG. Hey, yo, chat. LOL.
I presumed you were sent to collect a debt. I can see I was hasty. I'll get the door. My device was damaged in the prior chaos.
So I've been fasting quite a bit lately. Every other day, just about. And it feels great. Been a bit of a chunk, eating too much ice cream and other things. Not a big deal, really. But if I can build a bit more muscle, I'd feel a lot more confident about myself. What I'm starting to realize is that it's more about the confidence than it is really about the appearance. And shoutouts to Sven. They were like, really the first person that drove that home for me. I just focus a little bit more on confidence, then I just feel a little bit more secure in myself and all the things I'm doing. That really makes a big difference, you know? It keeps things really simple. Don't really have to worry too much about a lot of other things if our confidence is high. Because in the worst of circumstances, confidence is contagious. And so, just try to keep our cool, you know? Yeah, there's been times where I've just pushed too hard and focused so much of my attention on, like, exercising, gains, and just burn myself out. So I think a little bit more of that could just be done with micromanaging my food, and also just periodically fasting. It's really good to give the body a reset. Obviously, like, live a little, for sure. But, like, eating tubs of ice cream, probably not a good habit. Like what's a birthday party without a bunch of ice cream? But at the same time, it can be, like, just a snowball, you know? Things can get out of hand pretty quickly. So we will be running these twice, and also doing our routine, which involves a lot of parked tunes. Not too many. I have a total of 9 for the full cast, as well as a couple mules. Not too much funny business, you know? I remember hearing stories of veterans with like 50 characters or some large amount of characters, one for each, like, one for dungeons, one for fashion, etc. And I'm really glad that the system has evolved a bit more, kind of like discourage that. Because having a bunch of tune slots is a little bit ridiculous. It's so much nicer to have a bit more flexibility and the build diversity, and just, keeping it all in one character. It's surprising, how much variety there is in playstyle for each character now. Like, HOTS was pretty much you play Druid or you play Firebrand, and then you can kind of heal. And I was very stiff on playing Ellie. But now it's like everything can tank, everything can heal, it's just more about what you feel like playing, which is really cool. Especially if you don't have too much time to play the game and you become a character specialist. You know? If you only play, like, Thief, but like your heart in raids is a tank, it's like now you can find a way to, play the Thief and be a tank. I like that stuff. Around Path of Fire is where I got most of my experience raiding. One of my most favorite things to do was hand kite Deimos with Weaver. So the more that these options open up, the more happy I become. It's a lot to unpack, especially with the newfound knowledge that Guild Wars 3 is not a meme, it's actually coming. I don't know exactly when. I think there was a teaser trailer for it. Yeah. Times are changing. This game has been out for such a long time. It's a really well made game. Gaze into Nightmare. I just ate some dinner, so I'm not fasting today. Man, the mental clarity that I've obtained from fasting, I really miss it. And you know, it's strange. I don't really notice when I'm not fasted and I go for periods of time without doing so. But I'm really noticing it now. It's starting to bring about a bit more clarity. It's like I'm able to recall things a little bit better as well. Just overall, such a great thing to periodically make sure that I'm in a fasted state. I tend to get very lethargic otherwise, and it becomes part of my routine, part of my day. I don't really pay attention to it, but I'm definitely, affected by being full too much. Especially going to sleep, because the body doesn't heal itself if you've just eaten a meal. It's like, what? There's food here. Time to process. And I should be dreaming. Dreams have been non-existent lately. I don't know what causes the body to dream and not to dream, but whatever it is, I'm not dreaming very much lately. You ever have that happen where you just go for periods at a time without dreaming? It's kind of awkward. Sometimes I have these really cool dreams, and I just want to go back to sleep and no, I want to finish the dream. I want to know what happened. Nice to see I still kind of know what I'm doing. That's cool. I remember when Druid got reworked, it's like CA didn't lend itself to Alacrity, and I was like, no, my rotations. It's the only time I feel really strange in the game, when there's a drastic patch that just nukes the rotation that I'm used to. Comfy Tempest is comfy. This is always a fun one. So no pain, no gain. More Condi. Vengeance. Is this more damage? What's that last one? Toxic Trail, I think, is the worst on Volcanic. Should I go for Portal? Okay, I go for Portal. Probably not the best idea, but, whatever.
Quite a reward.
I'm hella fast, boy. Gotta go fast. Faster, 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 faster. See if anybody came through the portal. Nobody came through the portal. Oh, we got one! Let's go! No, but yes. No means yes. Yes means no. What's happening? It's fine. So as I enter this like new phase of endgame, I'm going to be doing more dungeons. I'm going to be doing more fashion, and I'm going to be prioritizing skips and such for fractals, and just getting myself back into raids. Raids are kind of stressful, but I feel like they've improved a lot more now. Like with strikes being what they are, I feel like the community has definitely rallied behind more friendly pairings for players to learn and grow. And so, yeah. What once was a static of 2 full clears weekly maybe becomes a lot less try hard and just a lot more, you know, casual growth, etc. No, they got their... Alright. Also, I'm kind of curious to get into PvP. I'm pretty close to getting the Ascension done on the main. So if I can get the Ascension done and learn how to play Mesmer, Thief, and Evoker, even though it got nerfed, I still want to learn how to play it. It was hitting really, really hard in World versus World when I was like up against it, and I was still just running Tempest, so I want to see what the devs have done for Evoker, what that feels like. I think I play Staff here. Probably just gonna play Staff here.
That'll do nicely.
I think we go Staff and yeah, let's trade this out for Rock Staff. That's fine. Let's do it. Let's do it, buddy. Teamwork, making the dream work. I remember like just struggling with this until I realized that you just have to keep moving. As long as you keep moving, you don't get stacks and stacks of burning. And that's really what caused a lot of problems here. So I really like Staff for this encounter. It's a lot less damage. It's pretty much just like 0 damage, but yeah. It allows big water, and big water is pretty useful. So we just kind of go with big water here. Big water. The team has good damage, so it doesn't really necessitate me trying to like press the issue with a little 20k here and there. It's more about, are they topped up? Yes, yes, okay, good. Keep them healed. Keep it simple. Sometimes it's better to do less. And just like play the role. Like my role is to heal. Do healing stuff, and it's good. Grant some reflex there. A little bit more reflex. Let the team do the lifting of the damage. Nice and easy. Super casual. Oh yeah. Like I kind of want to do some CMs, but then I don't. The integrated fractal matrix is really tempting. I think we just play Staff here as well. Ooh, Toxic Trail. No pain, no game, Toxic Trail, Boon Overload. It should be fine. Think the group for party. Party, 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 party. That was very quick, quicker than I expected. So we'll check all the parked tunes and then we'll just run that again. I wonder if I play DPS next time. I'm looking forward to doing VOD. Is it VOD? No, VOE. It's like a complete playthrough. I've not played it yet, and yeah, I wonder what's going on with that. I'm sure it's going to be enjoyable. Janther Wilds is enjoyable. And getting a little bit more lore about Bavanisos and the strangers has been very intriguing. I wonder how the story is going to progress in VOE. And I wonder how many more expansions we have until Guild Wars 3 comes out. Those little like ice shards coming out of the source can be reflected. And so that this phase doesn't happen. It's probably better that I just do a little bit more damage, so I'm probably going to swap to Scepter for this. The CC is very useful as well. I'm blind. I'm lost. Going the wrong way. I guess I can ask? No, we just did 99, so. I'm going to suspect that someone's going to make it there already, and then I can just GG. GG, you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby. I had some delicious food. I started eating black lentils again. It's a bit mushy, but I'm very happy. One of the bigger issues that I run into is having too many carbs that are processed, and it's like not productive for my mood. So I find that if I just add a little bit of lentils here and there, things just kind of smoothen out. Yay! I have been playing Twilight Princess with Tot, which has been so much fun. I always feel like Super Monka S trying to play that game solo, because solving the problems in the game, like the puzzles, can be like, you're just stuck there. Like, when it came to the first dungeon with the monkeys, like, I couldn't find the fourth monkey, which wasn't unlocking the next path, and I was like, no! I'm like spending an hour doing nothing, like running around looking for the solution. So it's great to have Matt, big shout outs to Matt, helping out with the puzzles, and also Tot along for the ride, my partner in crime. GG! Sweet. Nice. So we'll run through the routine, and then we'll look to swap over to the alt, and then run that back. We'll get this done, and then we'll move on. We may come back later on tonight and stream some Twilight Princess, but no promises. No promises. No promises. Should we do our loot? Oh man, our inventory. My least favorite thing about this game by far. Cleaning my inventory. It's kind of fun because it like makes a bunch of noises, but it also is also just very tedious. It's loot. Yeah, who cares? Get this out of here. Whoop whoop. You ever struggle with the paradox of choice? Find it very infuriating, actually. No thanks. Ooh, we got the Sandstorm, Legendary Sandstorm player on the alt recently, which is nice. That's nice QOL right there. Anything else we missed here? Not really. Salvage stuff. Oh, I like that infuse. That's good. Marauder's gear is really good when playing like glass in World versus World, so I'm happy to see some more of those trinkets there. Everything else we can worry about later. Are we still parked in Nios here? That'd be nice. Yes, we are. We can get this chest and then move on to the other 8 characters. It's very important, I think, to have a routine in this game because some of the, well, a lot of the very worthwhile achievements, in my opinion, are very like days, weeks, months kind of engagements. So if you don't have a meaningful way to log in and have a routine, it becomes a bit taxing to try to like scramble and worry about gold per minute. So I just like to do a handful of things that give me decent gold and like map specific currencies, and then just let those build up per character. Or even the fractals. Fractals is really good gold that doesn't really, for me personally, doesn't feel like too much of a chore, you know? I do enjoy fractals. I prefer the harsh environment of the dungeons, but dungeons are a bit too grueling for me right now. What is the progress we're supposed to be making here? Investigate the Valley of Agony. So I want to get to, don't know what it's called actually, but I want to get to the last map on my Mesmer for the main account for Janthier Wilds. So now that I have 3 mains, which is Necromancer, Elementalist, and Mesmer, I would like to journey them to, you know, to each map and at least have a waypoint that I can get to. And it's nice to like have a buddy teleport me there. Like that's fine, you know, but I still have a lot of mastery work to do, and I find it to be more consistent to do the story to make prog on XP than it is to like stack a bunch of boosters, which is still fine. Like I'm still doing that a little bit. Ow, bro, I'm talking over here, dude. This spirit is very much enraged. Okay, I should probably eat some food here. Some food that is delicious. Kind of food. Dragon's breath, that's fine. Yeah, and so get experience by doing the story and navigating through to the mastery points. Just so much more preferable to me than taking the A to B line, which is to say, having the shortest distance between the two to get the goal accomplished. That's important too. Ooh, mastery point. But it's also nice to meander and have the quality of life of just having the differentials appear. Having, you know, variety is so important. Where are we going to now? Strawberries. How do I get to where this is? I can just waypoint. Nice. So we'll make a little bit of prog here in the story, and then we'll move on to the next tune. A Mr. Burn de Barons. Where do we go? Where do we go? The Mersat. Huh. I remember there's some sort of mastery that's preventing us from being able to, like, walk through the bloodstoned ravine. Alright. Would you like to continue your story? Number 14, Into the Valley of Shadow. Yes, let's go. Yeah, this ravine, we're not able to cross through it because of some mastery limitation. Poised arrow.
Finder, the Countess told us to meet you. Said you saw something here.
It looked like some sort of glowing wisp, but I wasn't able to see it up close.
Interesting. I've been sensing something as well, a greater presence. It's potent, like the spectral agony, but also more...
familiar.
You feel it too, Ren?
I can offer protection from the spectral agony provided you stay in my vicinity. Let us make haste.
I love how she calls him Ren. You grumpy Jin. You big blue. You big blue burst of air cloud. You misty guy. Alrighty. Ooh, I got the Warbringer on the alt as well. I missed that sound. You know, it's hard to describe. It's just the sound of opening this. I don't use the Warbringer on the alt for anything except for the glider, but the sound of that glider though, so sweet.
Is it supposed to hurt this bad?
Yes.
Oh, poor thing. I forget how much higher our tolerance is to the agony.
I'm right there with you, Pokey.
We'll push through.
Pokey Bear. I remember there's a lot of enemies that are showing up here. Oh, the agony.
So this is it. What the? Did you hear that?
Ow.
Yes.
Okay, so they explode when they're killed. Good to know.
Voice. Why can't I place it?
Should I turn up the volume a little bit? I feel like I can stand to turn up the volume a little bit. Let's see. Ow, I wasn't paying attention.
So many lives sacrificed. And for what?
Let's pump up the volume a little bit. This should be good. As long as it's not getting picked up on the microphone, we should be fine. I do enjoy my immersion.
Who's there? Bold enough to insult us, but not to show yourself?
Little Claw.
Little Claw. Why am I bleeding? I'm alive, it's fine, I'm alive. Groans. And so yeah, part of my routine is actually getting a little bit of the story completed for Janthier on the main and the alt. It is the last mastery that I need for both. And then once that's finished, we'll move on to Visions of Eternity.
There it is.
That's what I
There it
saw
isn't.
right there. Sorrow, could that be what you were sensing?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Approach the wisp. Okay. Dude, I'm half health. Am I still just bleeding out here? What does it say? Spectral agony. Pain. Every nerve is burning with it. Did I heal? Alright, that's That's good. At least I can heal. What is this?
What is that? It's fascinating.
It's like a little shiny.
Can I touch it?
Wait. Hold on. Commander, try using the Heart of the Obscure on it.
Okay. Ooh!
Hey! Weapons!
We have summoned a fleet of baddies. And not in the hot and spicy way, like... like, wow, that's a lot. Wow, that's a lot of spawns. Hope my computer doesn't explode. When setting my, like, character limit to maximum goes wrong, horribly wrong. No! There's too many of them. Okay, keep going. Really happy to be playing this variant of Chronomancer at the moment, though. There's just something so sweet about having Greatsword on Mesmer. It feels nice. It's that bounce, you know? That Greatsword 2. We're sought Ghost Swarm, so I guess we just have to call a specific amount, and then we progress. Alright. Whew, it barely feels like we're making a dent in that green progress bar, though. Am I doing something off?
Kill you again without a second thought.
Yikes. Okay. Okay. I'm losing sight of Isgarin. I see Waiting Sorrow, but I don't see Isgarin.
Keep fighting. I'll deal with the agony. Get under my shield.
Okay. Okay, looks okay still. Yeah, I remember feeling like this was a stressful fight, but I think it's time-gated. It's not really based on how many enemies I kill. Regroup with your allies.
Is everyone all right?
It appears so.
Ren, that Mersat, was that
What's happening?
Maban?
So this is it. Your legacy of ruination. Itself ended in ruin. Our legacy. What did you expect? Was it worth it? Look how powerful you are now. Damned fools. We're damned fools who damned ourselves. And this is what we have to show for it.
You knew it was Maban.
I thought it best not to trouble you until our safety was assured.
You knew him?
Another friend I failed in his time of need.
His history was complicated, his people's more so. Even he was left conflicted. That speaks nothing of you.
Hope it's loud enough.
We should get out of here.
Too
before
loud.
The agony intensifies.
Yes, we need to inform Anise of our findings regardless. Best we return to her.
It's my destiny.
Jantherwild's repentance, something or other. Alright, cool.
Fetch a nice
Made
price.
progress here. Can we upgrade? Yes, we can. Let's get these masteries. And we're going over here. To the next tune we go. Mistburn Barrens. I forget the name of the last map, but we're trying to get there little by little. So I try to make progress in whatever step that I'm on. Then we move on to the other tune. To the other tune we go. The interesting part... Ooh, looks like we'll have to log back in here. The interesting part about this is that there is a more optimized method for parking, and I don't really know it yet. But the cool thing is having progress will eventually lead to like that more optimized situation. Part of the reason why I started parking tunes in the first place is because I realized that IBS, forget which map, but IBS had the highest gold per... Oh god, it's Oni. No, gimme. Random Oni spawn. I'll take it. Bronze credit. I want to res this dude. Dude, I got you. Don't worry, bruh.
Assistance, please.
But getting some kind of XP towards a spirit shard or a bit of gold is useful. And not having to like run around each time is very nice.
Sharp blade, sharp mind. I've been waiting for this.
So for a little bit of effort, we get a decent reward and keep it consistent throughout the play session. Just kind of log in, get some loot, get out. And so, yeah. Login rewards are kind of interesting because I definitely don't want to feel forced to log in. But the way that this game does it gives us, there's so much flexibility. Like you can be doing the Astral Ward daily stuff, which is cool. I find it kind of boring. Other people really like it. And it's really nice when building legendaries to go that route, you know? But I like the variety and the flexibility of just being able to kind of like be wherever I want to park the tunes, as opposed to just focusing strictly on optimizing the gold farm. The variety keeps me more engaged in the gameplay than the optimal strategy of like gold per minute. But to each his own, and that's what's great about Guild Wars. You can just kind of like tailor it however you feel like, you know, doing it. And if you want more grind, you can definitely do that. Just don't feel like doing that. Where's my treasure mushroom? There you are. TM up. Ah, my face.
For great justice.
Now we can fight for
great justice.
Alright, where'd the TM go? Treasure mushroom? So, one of my favorite players in the game really has a great sense of fashion and style, and part of their look uses the invisible slippers. And so, I've been chasing them down ever since I saw their fashion. I was like, oh, that's great. I wonder what they're worth right now. It's probably not worth too much, but yeah, there's something very impractical about them that makes me want them. They're so unnecessary. But if I did get them, I probably wouldn't sell them, and then I would just be inspired for fashion, which is, you know, the real end game, as we all know. Fashionista, fashionista. Doesn't look like anybody's showing up for the treasure mushroom, so I'm just gonna melt it now. And by melt it, I mean try to deal damage to it while chasing it. Get back here. Another part of the routine on my Revenant is doing a home instance farm. It's all due to the generosity of other people who take the time and resources to build a home instance that is, you know, fully decked out, and so that I can benefit from it. That does convert to gold, but also if there's any achievements like Aurora or something that requires map currency, I can get those done. Ooh, I can get those done little by little. Day by day, just by having a routine, rather than having to farm them all at once. So, doing a home instance farm is really good. Treasure mushroom. I wonder if anybody else will show up for it. I think we'll leave it at 20% and just give it a moment. I'm dead, but I'm a warrior. And I also have this Jade bot. Dang. Might go down again. Ooh, I'm just eating all this damage. It's from this Mordrim guard, really. How much damage did I take there? 3k. And cavalry charge. Quick shot. I think it's because I'm standing in the line while I'm trying to type. That's probably what really brought me down. Warrior has plenty of health, but... yeah. Alright, cool. GG. And we got the hero point as well. So move on from that. Just incremental advantages, you know. Gold farming in this game used to be kind of like silver wastes, and then it got upgraded to full clearing raids, which is a skill issue. And even for me now, you know, being washed, returning to the game, and just kind of being out of the fold of what's meta and what's not. It's a bit difficult to rely, unless, you know, tryharding, I suppose, to some degree, to get full clears for raids. And now there's strikes too. There's a lot of things that offer decent gold. And I'm surprised at how like lucrative Dragonfall is. Every time I go to a Dragonfall map, there's a commander running around and optimizing the events. And from what I read, that is still the highest gold farm. It's like 30 gold an hour. Yeah, either way. It's about approaching goals in a meaningful way with good use of time. Obviously, IRL comes first. But having a routine just kind of gets things done. And so we get to return to our routine today and do this back to back. Back to back. Oh, I'm sweating. It's getting hot. Hot and humid, really. Let's see if anybody's on here. Do home instance? No. So we'll do our gizmos, and if nobody shows up for the home instance, then we'll just move on to other things. There's such a depth to these, like the Wizard's Gobbler and the portal tome device, like the upgraded one. I really want those. Those are difficult to obtain. So I'm pretty happy with where I'm at in terms of quality of life. I'm shocked, actually very shocked, at how expensive the permanent bank access is right now. Like 5k gold is a lot. That's a lot. I really do think it's a bit too much. Kind of overpriced. It feels comfortable to have, but there's a lot of other places you can go to get bank access. Obsidian.
Farewell.
Okay, so Karmic Converter done. What else? Reliquary? Okay. Is there anything else we can get? The energy. I always get the machete here. I haven't been to Dragonstead in a very long time. We should go because we're running out of crowbars and other things to open the home instance chests. Kind of obnoxious. Okay, no home instance here. Necro and Ranger, and then we swap over. I might do CMs and play DPS. I might do CMs and play a heal. The most surprising thing I've experienced when like deciding to get through IBS is this map, Drizzlewood Coast. Like it feels really different. Like logging in, getting these keys, and getting the exchange for materials. It's really interesting. It feels like there's a lot more value here than than I can understand. Okay. Do these repeat indefinitely? I don't know. I was doing Cold War, and somebody explained that they got a lot of legendaries finished just doing Coast. Ooh, I got a mastery point. Those are nice. We need 4 more to finish off Dragon Slayer, and then we'll be done with IBS here on the main. It's always good. Okay. And finishing off on the Ranger here. I really enjoyed Condi Druid. In terms of benchmarks, another thing I want to do once I finish my old ambitions in the game is get back into a habit of streaming benchmarks and just focusing on Condi and power per class so that I can like flexibly use those and just like try them out. Like playing around with different classes for DPS is very exciting to me. I find it very enjoyable. So that was routine number 1. Routine number 1, which is just replicated, is routine number 2. I don't want to play DPS. I just feel like playing DPS. It's been about a week or so since I've played, so yeah. We kick off a little bit of the rust and hop into some CMs. Let's see, what's going on up here? All CMs? Maybe not all CMs. CMs. Some easy ones. 95, 96. want to play a heal. I want to play a heal because I know if I'm hosting, then a heal would be safer. Ergo, my god complex playing healer. I don't want to play DPS though. We'll see what happens with the people that join. If we can't fill for this in like a couple minutes, then we'll just run casualty 4s. It is all about the routine anyway. I have done some training recently on CM100. That is the most avoided CM. Yeah, so meanwhile, we'll hop off the LE and move on to the other tune. The cool thing about this routine, I would say the coolest thing, is that if I'm doing T4s, especially in like a CM setting, I can still bounce around between my tunes that are parked and get the resources and whatnot. And then as it fills, just hop in line to do the T4s. It's comfy, comfortable. Comfy, 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 comfy. I wonder how Char mains feel about Drizzlewood Coast. Frozen Char. Where'd you go? There you are. Key. So, as opposed to the other grouping, hosting like a CM group is different because you have to like be there's a lot of specificity. And once the specificity is in place, it becomes kind of a vetted scenario, as opposed to doing the casualty 4s. Like anybody can join, play whatever, ask any questions, whereas doing that in a CM setting just becomes more of a burden. You definitely don't want to be a burden to a team, you know, if you can avoid it. It just causes chaos, I think. Unless that's your thing, which is cool too. You're just like, yes, chaos. I guess that's fun also. Looks like we're filling up pretty much now. Yay! I hope somebody comes in and wants to play a heal. Then I can DPS. Ah! Come back here, you. So we're 3 out of 5 right now for CMs 95 and 96 while we continue along the path for our routine. Every CM counts. Having the full set of CMs is nice. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be locked into playing a heal, which is fine. That's what I expected as much. We'll go ahead and let go of Treasure Mushroom for today, for now. And hop on to the A-Heal. So we hit about 20k, and yeah, 20k as a support is a pretty strong circumstance. Outside of CMs, in CMs it becomes a little bit more necessary to be the combination of DPS and support, so happy to contribute in that way. I think we once again use real food. Is there such a thing as real food? We'll drop some power food for the fam. And then we'll grab this. And then we go a heal. A heal. A heal. Okay. Always good to communicate to the players that I'm live. Some people really don't like it, and of course I'm like chat blocking, and I'm not running Arc. So people, I think once they see the stream and they're aware of how I'm streaming, they should be a lot less concerned. But I understand if people are like, you know, afraid of the spotlight, don't want to be judged or something like this. And makes sense. Always got to communicate. Let people know what it is. Some people are very skittish about that and they just dip super quick. I do understand.
You're carrying some kind of natural energy. I can't determine its origin, but it feels warm. Well, it should be enough to protect you from the ice magic here.
Okay. It's been about a week since we've played, and we should be okay. Let's see how we're doing.
I'm picking up a massive Elder Dragon energy signature. It's not real, but...
CM's 95, 96, and then T4s. As far as CMs go, I've had the most trouble with CM 100 and CM 99, I believe. Dark AI, as well as just the mechanics on phase for Eparch become difficult because you can't just, like, you know, out heal them or just get carried. The only time I've beaten CM 100 is when people carry the mechanics. And so I do have some studying to do. Shoutouts to Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi, I guess. Their video is the one that I'm going to be using to study up for CMs. Although I've beaten all of the CMs before, I do not feel competent on, I guess, save for 2, all of them. So, Nightmare, Shattered Observatory, Kinfall, you know. Some CMs are just harder than others. So I'd really like to get to the point where I can do CM 100 and just be able to make that part of the routine as well. An old buddy once said, CMs are like raids, but baby raids. If you can do CM Fractals, then you can eventually do raids. And so, since I am very rusty when it comes to raids, it's been a long time since I've consistently contributed in a group. It feels really comfortable for me to climb back up to the point where I was, which is full clearing CM Fractals daily, and then just practicing different rotations in that environment before really looking to commit to group for raids. This is a little bit too much, though, to be honest, with the way that the current climate is in terms of culture for Guild Wars. Like, the community is just so much more accommodating than it used to be. And so I feel like I don't give myself enough credit for the competency that I represent, and I'm trying to overachieve when it's not necessary. These are all kind of useless dynamics, really. Just kind of like push buttons. just go in, push buttons, Leroy. Leroy Jenkins. That's what we need more of, actually. A little bit more Leroy, a little bit less contemplation will be good. My bearkin.
I understand your rage.
Do you really though? You really understand my rage?
I've mourned my own family, my brother.
Got it. Cool.
Bring your people to me instead of driving
Nice.
them away. We can build a world without loss, without grief. Oh no, that peace
Let's go.
also we're wanted for. Don't say her name.
Remember the first time I did these? I just got insta-gived. I was like, oh, how how demanding. It's kind of awesome. Once you get the hang of it, though, it's not so bad. So we should overload air here to create the electricity field. Focus on healing here. Almost there. Nice. No problem. Yeah, I was told that, you know, raids in general, it's 50% mechanics and the other 50% is being able to do your rotation. There's an expectation in this reality where we have to contribute quote-unquote effectively. And what does that look like? It depends on the encounter. But essentially, as a support, doing 20k is not bad. And as a DPS, I think 30 to 40k on opener. And it all depends. It's contingent upon phasing as well, too. So skill priority is far more of a, you know, indicator of whether or not a person will be able to maintain the integrity of their DPS uptime in a given encounter than whether or not they can complete the full benchmark, right? So just being mindful of that, not stressing too much about, you know, hitting such a high benchmark in training. It's more about understanding the skill priority and being able to work with that to be effective. Dead DPS is no DPS. Oof. Looks like we're gonna get there. It's close. Nice. And likewise, being an effective healer is more about like the combination of reactivity and proactivity. So yeah, a rotation is crucial, you know, especially with burst heals, but being involved in the rotation. But if you don't have a way to burst recover from a bad situation, and you don't understand how to mitigate more through prot and invulns or block, then your group is going to suffer. Like, especially noticeable on Nightmare. So my job as a support is to provide stability or Aegis to allow the DPS players to just focus on pushing buttons and not really like be worried about taking damage. So it isn't too difficult, I think, in either regard. It's more about whether or not everybody in the group is pulling their weight. Because if too many players, let's say, like as a DPS, if I'm not hitting 40k on Karn, that's kind of obnoxious if everybody else is. So I definitely can feel that in the benchmark. But as a support player, if I'm not hitting 20k, I feel like I'm not doing well in general. So it does depend upon the encounter, whether it's a CM or whether it's a normal mode. If you're doing normal clears and you're not looking to parse the time, you don't really have to worry too much about rage timers. And you get plenty of time to get the clear, and that's a better goal, I think, at first. So here, I'm going to create the Aegis to block for the team so they don't have to dodge. But parsing the numbers is all going to be about, like, having a high degree of DPS throughout the group. And it makes all of the clears a lot easier because you get to avoid a lot of damage pressure. We're going to get hit by this one. And also, crowd control. Like, every member of the Guild Wars cast has a different variation in what they can offer in terms of crowd control. And so if that's not appropriately micromanaged, then the group will suffer because the uptime of boss attacks is going to be a lot higher. Mesmer, I believe, unless they change something, has the highest crowd control potential out of every other character. Oh, that's not great. Should still be good here. There we go. And so for the great majority of the time I spent playing in Fractals, I was playing on Minstrels and everybody else was carrying DPS. But at some point within the meta it became more dominant, more consistent based on the patches, etc. That DPS is about 40k for beginning phase and ramps to it. And then support can be 20k at beginning phase and stays pretty consistent at that level. So it keeps things very, very nice and simple. If a DPS player can hit about 40k on opener phasing, and support can hit about 20k, then everything just stays pretty cool. Everybody's calm about it. Another thing too is it's like if a group cannot get the clears, raid fatigue is more important to mitigate than actually forcing the clear to happen. I like the concept that holds on to three failed attempts per wing per encounter, because you can always buy encounters, and so if you fail at Karn 3 times, you can just buy MO and then fail at that a little bit. And etc. Continue to carry on here. I think I'm going to switch to Saf, actually. Anybody on the side section over there? Maybe a little bit. Okay. Oh, that torment stack's nuts. Alright, looking okay. Yeah, the instabilities can make sometimes Fractals a little bit more difficult. Yeah, but I was told that it's not a speed clear if you fail once. And so if the encounter has to be failed, that's okay, but then take safety strats and decrease the raid fatigue that would be incurred and just get the clear and move on, You can always try again later to parse a clear. And what this typically led to is me consistently playing Condi Druid, which I loved. I very much enjoyed the nature of Condi Druid. Being able to provide the buffs. And this was back in a time when Chrono was the apex tank, and Firebrand had not yet become like the important split with Revenant as viable sub-tanking options. So you had Druid or Mesmer as the supports predominant. It's nice that there's more options now. And power creep definitely makes the clears a lot easier. I'm looking forward to being able to get all the CMs if I can. At least for raids, anyway. Raids and strikes. Harvest Temple, etc. I would like to get them. Okay. Looks good.
My powers combine.
Looks like we're all good. So I'm south right now, that's all I know. Okay. It hurts, but I'm okay. Right. Good. Ooh, this is not great. I think we're gonna wipe here.
That was a blast.
Looks like we lost one right now. Ooh, nice recovery. Never did I doubt them ever. I got confused. That was my fault. Yeah. But it looks like we're okay. Yeah, I think we can do it. Kind of rough, but I think we got this. Nice. Good recovery. Down a player, but still able to get it through. Yeah, something was off, and it was because we lost a player's DPS. It's like the phase feels different than it. And this all goes back to like the, you know, the pushing of DPS. The game rewards groups that can. And maybe this wasn't a design intention at first, but definitely something that was embraced at some point. The game rewards a group that can push DPS high enough to avoid mechanics. Let's just pump out what we can here. Okay, looks good. Yeah, so these are the easiest CMs in Tier 4 Fractals. So I'm happy to do them in a kind of casual sense, even though the group is a bit, you know, vetted. It's gonna hurt. Ouch. Oh. Okay. Let's see if we can break this. No, we don't need to. Give out some regen. Need to move on here. But yeah, it's nice and comfortable to do CMs 95 and well, Nightmare and Kinfall. I'm also quite experienced in Shattered Observatory. The other ones I do struggle with a bit, but no one of them is more harder or more difficult than Lonely Tower. Lonely Tower feels excruciating when I'm getting carried by other players' mechanics, and it also feels excruciating when I'm not getting carried by other players' mechanics. So you can be the judge of that one, but yeah. I was explained, as long as you know what you're doing wrong, you're fine. It's when you don't know what you're doing wrong that things are really at their worst. So it's important to study up, which I don't do enough. I have too much going on. But just watching guides periodically can be very useful, and also finding a nice, you know, pairing of compassionate players to kind of explain things like I'm 5 is really, I find, to be the way to go. I just feel like I grow in the shortest duration when that's present. And I do think it's a bit arrogant to expect that I deserve it. I don't think anybody deserves necessarily anything. But when I coach or when I teach, I think I can represent a degree of compassion. And so I tend to expect it. It's tough to come by at times, but I do greatly appreciate the people who are able to explain things to me and be patient with me to help me grow. And I definitely do look to pay it forward. That's how it was expressed to me. Some of the people who helped me grow the most in life always just emphasized, that I am sure to pay it forward. So I do my best to accommodate that. So we were able to res the other players. It looks like we had 3 that got in cap there. I love this section because as long as you have one player that can navigate that bullet hell, everybody gets revived and then it doesn't feel like a total loss to wipe there, you know? GG. On to T4s. And then swiftly through the routine. Nice. And since the Nightmare is one of the dailies, we only have 2 more fractals to go. I'll be getting out of here after the routine and the fractals, so thanks for watching if you're hanging out. GG. Might be on a little bit later for Twilight Princess, but that will depend. No promises. This might be a wasted effort, but I'm going to try. Let's see. Might not be worth it for me to try, but I'm going to try anyway. Oh, they're already done with it. There's just no way, bruh. Hey, we got one. Let's go. 2 successful portals on Volcanic? What is this? Groundhog's Day? I want to learn all the skips for Fractals and just be able to do them. The most interesting thing about the game, to me, still is dungeons and how broken they are. But that's not just because of, like, you know, the nature of getting one-tapped by, like, Lupicus. It's just how many odd ways there are to, like, skip through the map. And big shoutouts to Meyer, like, man. Without Meyer, I wouldn't be able to run through a raw up to Lupicus. And even though I get, you know, thwarted by Lupicus, my arch nemesis, like, just getting to Loopy and being able to have that one-on-one is just so fun. So, in the end game, I really look forward to going back into the dungeon and figuring out a bit how to solo every dungeon that can, every path that can be soloed. nice.
Flooded!
There, that's well, that's wait. Need a new fractal destroyer.
Feel the aftershock!
All right. I could play staff here. I feel like I don't need to. Yeah, it'll be fine. Just be consistent. As long as we don't get like emo blocked, we'll be in good shape. If we get emo blocked by the lava elemental before we're able to break the condition, then we could be in a lot of trouble, but we should be good. Got phase coming up here. As long as we have blinds and reflex, we should be good for every lava phase here, lava elemental phase. Really only annoying if you can't get the blinds in or the reflex out. Alright, alright. A little bit more reflex. Yeah, if you just stand still in this fractal, it really starts to hurt. But other than that, just keep moving and everything's good. A B B B B B.
Let me know when you're ready to depart.
More accolades.
So I was able to mirror the look on the alt, which took me quite a while actually. So we got Celestial Infusion Red, Envoy Armor, Nevermore Aurora, Wayfarer's Henge, and Warbringer. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. But that look is copied across all 9 tunes on the alt to mirror my main Ellie look. And I will be retiring it on the main and then just trying to have a little bit of fun with what the Asura can do. With a new idea, a new identity behind the lore for my main Ellie on the main account.
I've got the target.
I think I have this auto-targeting off. I got in there. Let's focus on targeting these dudes. Behind me, behind me. It's behind me. Starting to wake up a lot earlier. It's nice. I feel overwhelmed sometimes. You know, waking up. But it's good to have something to do in the morning, and I've been taking care of plants, which is always nice. When I run out of plants to take care of is when I feel the most concerned. Because I don't feel like a desire to wake up early. They keep me kind of grounded. Brum, 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 brum.
Charged up.
And so that's been nice. Hitting that 7 a.m., 8 a.m. wake-up call. And I've been eating like more whole food lately. And so having less junk around has really kind of changed my mood. It's never fun to run into the combo of like not getting enough sleep, not eating good food, and then have like a super stressful environment in the day-to-day. Like those are the three notorious ones. No, notorious. Damahe! Do the damage! Do the damage, do the damage! Ah, I got knocked down by something. Am I not lighting this bonfire? Okay, well, I'm concerned. I'm just gonna go over here. Something must have been blocking my way. I can't recall the last time I missed a bonfire there. But I did carry fire there and then just interacted. That could have caused an issue. Normally I throw the fire and then I'm able to interact with the bonfire. Anyway. I'm certainly not going to be first. I'm just going to GG. GG. I like these little skips, these little races. It's nice. Watching old speed clear videos for Fractals and seeing this little chest be used a lot to like float. I got it recently during like the Fractal Rush. But I've not tried to use it. GG. Okay, that's good. Okay, everybody's doing well. Yeah, GG. Poison trail's kind of annoying, but that's fine. Be okay. Next stream, if it's tonight, we're going to do Twilight Princess and we'll be hanging out with Tot, doing a collab. Just sitting at the sticks playing some Zelda. And if not that, I think the next stream that I do... The next stream I do will probably be Warframe. Getting back into the habit of doing the weeklies, like EDA, ETA type stuff, and just having, you know, familiarity with the routine there as well. Should we clear our bags? Loot. Loot. A little bit of loot. I wonder if we'll be able to do a home instance on this account here. Looking for a full home instance to loot. so happy to have the option to like trade junk. It's really the most obnoxious part about the game. It's coping with all of the stuff that fills up in the inventory.
Recognition.
Ooh, we got a weapon chest. Is that a weapon chest? Armor chest's not as useful. Ooh, it's a weapon chest. It's a good one too, Zoja's. Oh, nice. Fractal pistol, we can destroy that. Everything else can be dealt with later. Good. Are we still parked in Nyos? Yep. Yes, we are. I guess we just picked this up earlier, though, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay, I think we were on the warrior. Yeah, we were on the warrior looking for treasure mushroom. So we'll go back to that. Treasure mushroom. And if we're over here, that means that we already did the hero point. I don't see treasure mushroom anywhere. Something I do want to get back into is Final Fantasy X. That's another one of those games I just don't feel very confident playing. After all, I did get through Final Fantasy II blind, but failed to beat the final boss and then moved on to other things. So getting stuck is... it's a bit scary, I will be honest. And not being able to make progress for hours, ugh. Because it makes me feel convinced to look things up, but I'd much rather be able to get through a game without looking things up than to look it up. Especially after Warframe and Guild Wars really are heavy-handed with like the Wikipedia. It's like, come on, man. Just trying to play a game, not trying to like do a dissertation or something. Leave me alone, bruh.
Sniper positions.
Why do I feel so fast when I move here? Wonder. Okay, there we go. It wasn't slowing down, I was moving. You know what it must have been? Somebody must have been applying super speed to me. Eh, whatever. Destroy the Kirin. Kirin. Alright, we're getting out of here pretty soon. I'm excited. It's been a long time since I played Guild Wars. It's nice to get back into it and still feel like I can still do things for both healer and maybe DPS. These. Okay. Yeah, I wonder what the next thing is, that we're going to be working on in Guild Wars. I can't think of anything except for Super Adventure Box infusions that I need for fashion. So it's pretty much just getting total makeover kits and upgrading the look across all 9 characters on the alt account for continuity. And then beginning some new like fashion identities on the main. Pretty sure that's it. And then we kind of move on from Guild Wars outside of raids, dungeons, maybe PvP. And then it's probably off to fighting games, really. I like to get back into playing some fighting games. It's important to have the fighting spirit. Speaking of which, do I go over here? Probably not. Regroup with your allies at Harvest Den. Okay. But there's a baddie over here. I don't think I can beat this by myself, though. That's the only issue here. If I go here, nobody's trying to fight this. I think I'm just dead? Or I won't be able to kill it in time. Champion. Ah, leave me alone. I'm pretty sure these are not worth doing solo. We'll try. See what happens.
Vitality restored.
Yeah, I already don't like what I'm seeing here with these shockwaves. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm running. I'm running away. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so where is this portal leading to here? Regroup with your allies at Harvest Den. That's all the way over here, though. Alright, I'm in combat. No, it's still chasing me. Leave me alone, bruh. I go this way. I go this way. Even though I haven't done anything in EOD or VOE, Visions of Eternity, I was able to do the first boss of the new raid wing. So that was interesting. It was like very like beach like. It felt like I was on like a beach resort or something. What is this? Would you like to continue your story? Ballior Peak, yes. Do we have food? We should take some food as well. Greet Poised Arrow, okay. We have boosters. You know what? It's kind of weird to do this, but we should definitely get a birthday booster to help out with the XP farm. I'm sure we have a lot of XP to gain, and maybe 6 mastery tracks to max in Janthier, so let's double up on our XP here. Birthday booster. Cool. At first, I thought Janthier WoW was kind of boring because of how open all the spaces were and how little it tended to be populated by other players. But I also like that it feels more like the wilderness. Like if you go out into like a reservation or like a hiking trail, national park type situation, it's just really like that. There's just like a lot of open area and there's like a lot of danger, you know, but it's very periodic.
Take a nap after.
Ah, my kind of party.
Come on. Everyone's resting.
Check in with Kaith and Malice. Okay.
That was one heck of a fight. Glad it's done.
Exhilarating, though. Not quite the same as fighting an Elder Dragon, but a battle worthy of some fable.
Thank you both for all of this. Excellent backup you were.
Oh yes, that was all you, Cup.
You're very welcome.
Anytime, kid.
Pause inside with Sorrow and the blue guy. Might want to make our way in before.
Oh no, Malice and I will wait out here and keep guard.
Mm-hmm.
How benevolent. Let's go, Pokey, in case they need some adult supervision.
After this, I'm starting torpor early.
What's torpor? Meet with the others. Okay.
Wayfinder,
Hello.
never has your arrival been so gladly received. Thank you for allowing us in your home, Claw of the Lowland Cotton. The threat has passed. Now, we must heal. I agree. And on the topic of healing, Waiting Sorrow has more to tell you. More?
Hey now, my cerulean guest.
I know what
We
this is
already
about.
know she's a wizard, or whatever you want to call all that.
Little Claw, there is more to say. There's a version of the story that would take me years to explain, but I owe this to you both. Thousands of years ago, long before Or's prime, I was born of whispers, visions, and images. I was destined to become a voice of Coda, the youngest the Coden of that era had seen. My claw, he was kind, fierce. He sat with me many a night as I acclimated to my role. We bonded, but the dragon storm raged outside our dens, and as the storm picked up, Coda's voice turned angry. My reality changed. I started losing myself. I couldn't trust the visions. They lied to me. I'm not certain it was Coda that I heard. I hated having a destiny, and I felt like a threat. So, I left.
I know this story. Sorrow came to me, and I helped her sever her tie to the mists. Coda's voice no longer burdened her.
You are the missing voice of our ancestors.
I am. And I have regretted leaving my people every day since. That's why I came here.
My people are not a balm for your wounds.
That's never how I meant it to be. I am sorry, Alder.
Air is what I need.
He's pissed. Damn. Get off me. Bear mode. Okay. Thousands of years ago? You don't look a day over 600, bruh. Okay, where am I going? Hi.
I'll go to him. Has a habit of retreating into himself, he does. Sorrow, you are not the monster you fear.
Huh. What's up, blue dude?
No, you did what was necessary.
Now they do.
Wayfinder, back at the Wizard's Tower when you first returned Sorrow home, you may have noticed an air of tension and the mention of Mabon.
Right. I was wondering about that.
It seems that our friend kept a few secrets under lock and key.
200 years ago, Mabon went to Bavanisos right after the Titans licked it clean. After the Mersat had been killed. Mabon told me he went to hide a mist cape that they kept in the gut of the city. He placed a ward over the isle. But when he died, that ward fell. All of Bavanisos once again exposed to the world.
I was with the Lowlanders when it happened. Even they felt their fur stand up.
Ura mentioned a door being open. Do you think?
I believe they came from the very gate that Mabon sought to hide. But even I don't know how it opened again.
If it's still open, then we need to find it and do whatever we can to shut it.
I agree, Wayfinder. Before any more Titans are forged.
Bavanisos is the worst of Janthir. Maybe one of the worst waypoints in Tyria's history. The situation must be contained.
I guess we're headed to Bavanisos then.
I will inform the Alliance.
Nice. To Bavanisos. Balrior peak completed.
Quite a reward.
We got a mastery. Let's go. Stop sliding into my DMs, though. What? You want to read this? Bruh. Countess Anise, urgent summons. Greetings, Commander. First, the positive news. Through the combined efforts of the Tyrian Alliance, the Astral Ward, and several volunteers from the Lowland Codon community, we have managed to push through Janthir's northern isles into the outskirts of Bavanisos. Now for the, I'll put it diplomatically, less positive news. Despite our progress, we've been unable to access the city itself. We have teams surveying the area as we speak, but as it's often the case, we'd benefit from your assistance. I ask that you head to Janthir Sintiri to rendezvous with Iskaran, Waiting Sorrow, and myself at Thunder Bay Point. Fair warning that reaching the location will require some involved travel. Waiting Sorrow offered poised arrows transport via teleportation, but he was eager to travel by sea. Considering your seafaring experience, we thought it best to entrust you with safely transporting the cub. He will meet you at the launch point to make the trip. Anticipating your arrival, Countess Anise. Okay. Lore? No. So we move on from that. What's next? Now available to play, Into the Valley of the Shadow. View in journal. Sweet. On to the Revenant. I like to keep my Revenant as the Oaken home instance farm because of its quickness. It's very easy to access quickness while in Shiro. So we do Shiro things. Oh yeah, give me this farm though. I wonder how much it costs. Like, what's the estimated cost to fully deck out a home instance, you know? It must be like 500 USD minimum, right? It has to be. Imagine spending $500 to have a fully decked out home instance. What a whale. Plus there's the time to unlock certain achievements as well. I like the fog they have going on over here. That reminds me, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but if I can pull it off, I think I might need another camera. But I'd like to read a book, one of my very favorites. It's a classic fiction, and so, you know, look forward to that if I can make it happen. I don't very much enjoy reading, to be fair. But it is a good habit, and I have the feeling that I'm going to need my reading skills unrusted in the near future. Farmin', farmin', farmin'.
This is a find.
Can I not harvest this? I don't think I can. Oh, hello, kitty. Kitty cat. Kitty crack corn. And they don't care. The room has been invaded by a small cat. Maybe they're warming up to me. Normally, they kind of stay a little bit far away from me. Maybe they're excited about being on camera. Kitty cat, kitty cat. Kitty cat.
Now this is a find.
So I guess we have like 5 minutes left, and then we're getting out of here. GG. And nice to return to a little bit of a routine. We still have to kind of organize ourselves around goals in the game, like filling out the total makeover kits on the alt, and then updating and doing some new fashion on the main. I would also like to achieve full legendary armor and trinkets on the main, but that's not as pressing, really. Like, I'd rather get legendary sigils and legendary runes on the alt before doing that. Kitty cat. Imagine I have a cat cam. The cat doesn't like to sit in one place, though. Just likes to wander around. I miss the days when I knew how to play, like a boon herald. I don't know anymore how to play it. I suppose it's changed, but it used to be one of the easiest support DPS options. I remember being so offended when Alacrity was provided with one button through Revenant. I was like, what? This is a problem. But for a lot of other players who are not really so determined to have a high APM, it's definitely a solution. So I can see the benefits, you know, there's pros and cons to it. Pros and cons, pros and cons. I'm starting to question how lucrative it is to convert materials like these into volatile magic, then into supply cases, or trophy cases, I guess they're called. Sometimes I notice there's like a pretty extreme profit, but other times it seems like I'm barely breaking even if, you know, if not being under. But gotta find a way to get rid of these anyway. They just kind of take up space in the inventory. So that's not nice. So we can just again. Wasn't already. No, there. So we'll leave here. Purchase some more gathering tools, and then move on to the next tune. Oh, we still got to use our gizmos here too. Gizmos. Before I recognized that I would have to keep up with, over time, several other expansions coming out for the game, I created these ambitions that were a bit lofty. They weren't as bad if under the guise that, like, no more expansions would come out beyond Path of Fire. But since there are several other expansions that have come out, it does put me in this weird, overwhelmed state, actually. Despite all that, we haven't given up and we decided to follow through with these old ambitions because that's how you get these epic wins, you know? But never will I ever play a game as tedious in the endgame as I have for both Warframe and Guild Wars. The endgames that I have for both these titles are very involved. And while they're more enjoyable, you know, than just kind of like running through the monotony of the game, it's very time consuming. So I don't really have as much time as I used to play the games in the way that I did. So we'll learn from this lesson. There's a bit of compound interest in these games that we need to avoid when setting our goals. Okay, we'll do the gobbler. Gobbler? I think there's other gizmos we can use as well. Gizmos? Kitty cat left. They're like, I've had enough of this. Okay. Back to the parking location. And then we carry on through the rest of the tunes. Yo, what up, Matt? What's up, bruh? Just about to log off, man. How you doing? I might be playing Twilight Princess later tonight, but I'm not sure. Depends on Todd. Damn. How you been, bruh? Yep, that's it for me. You're here just in time for me to log off. Nice. Tired of shit? What you been doing? How's your diet? What have you been eating? Sounds like your recovery is struggling, which means your diet could be an issue, or you're overworking yourself, or you're overstressed. Being overstressed can be a problem, yeah. I think we already did this. Double check. Not sleeping? All of it. Damn. You gotta get some red meat. I've been having pot roast and mashed potatoes for the past like week, and it's really been carrying me. Like I can eat once a day and just not feel hungry. Yeah, red meat's the way to go. IMO. Yeah, looks like we're done. GG. Why are you not sleeping? Why are you not eating so well? And why do you have so much stress? That's the real question. Those are the questions. If I'm pressed for time, something I look to do is make hard-boiled eggs. I'll make like 8 to 12 hard-boiled eggs, and those will last for like 3 days. I can eat like 4 of those a day, and they're really easy to pack with me. Another thing is I'll make a big Tupperware of lentils, and lentils are very like there's a lot of different minerals and vitamins in lentils. So it's hard for me to think of something more nutritionally dense than black lentils. And so just having those cold alongside the eggs is really good. So in terms of macros, having that, maybe some brown rice or boiled potatoes, and some steamed broccoli. Like it's really simple, but eating clean like that, if I'm very busy, it allows me to find food like when I'm traveling and not just be eating junk food all the time. So maybe the diet can be helped by something like that. You gotta get yourself a bento box, bruh. You can bring food with you to work. That way you can eat clean. And then for stress, I like magnesium. A good, high quality magnesium helps me not get so jittery as adrenaline and stress start to rise. So I like magnesium for sleep and for stress. Glycine is really nice as well for sleeping. Glycine, a little bit of glycine at night. Yeah. It sounds like you're having difficulty keeping everything together, but knowing you as responsible and busy as you can be, it sounds like you're making good use of your time. That's good, at least. I guess I gotta go. If I do Twilight Princess, it should be in a couple hours, so maybe I'll get to see you again. Get some rest, bruh. Get some sleep. Good night, good night.